Hey, what's going on guys, Luis here, and the Apple event just wrapped up. In case you missed it, they announced a new iMac with a 5K display, a new iPad mini 3, and the new iPad Air 2, which we're going to be talking about in this video, so let's get to it. So there's a new iPad, the iPad Air 2. As you guys may have already guessed, there aren't that many features on it, but we're going to be talking about some of the new features that differentiate it from the previous generation, and I'm going to be giving you the top 5 features of the iPad Air 2. So coming in at number 5, we're going to be talking about the camera. The iPad Air 2 has an 8 megapixel camera with better optics and shoots video at 1080p. From what I saw at the presentation, it actually takes pretty decent pictures and video, but I don't recommend you to take videos or even pictures with your iPad. But if you're into that, then the iPad Air 2 has a pretty good photography package. Now, if you're watching this video by the time that I upload it, there may have not been that many sample pictures or videos, so you might have to wait until people that use the iPad Air 2 or even Apple themselves upload the pictures. But I'll put some links in the description below, so you might want to check those out if you want to see some sample pictures and videos from the iPad Air 2. And at number 4, we're going to be talking about performance. The iPad Air 2 has an A8X 64-bit processor with an M8 coprocessor that brings a lot of horsepower to the iPad Air 2. Apple claims that you will have up to 40% improvement in graphics and up to 2.5 times better performance overall. So it's going to be just a faster device that's going to be able to do more things like editing videos and editing pictures and just playing games overall. It's just going to be a better experience with this new chip that Apple just designed especially for the iPad. If you remembered, a month ago, the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus came out with an A8 processor, and Apple already released the A8X processor, which is better and newer than the A8 that released last month. So you can see that Apple is just throwing everything it's got into this new iPad, and it looks awesome. And its third best feature is actually going to be its design. It doesn't have a new design at all. In fact, it's the same as last generation's design, but it's a lot thinner. It's almost 6.1 millimeters thin, which is thinner than the iPhone 6. Just let that sink in for a moment. It's thinner than a phone. Bengate? No, but really, the iPad Air 2 is just gorgeous. It looks amazing. It's super thin. It's almost as thin as a pencil, if not thinner, and that just blows my mind. I mean, it's incredible what technology has really come to, and Apple just keeps innovating here. But yeah, it's a great design, and that's the third feature. Now, as you guys are aware, the iPads are not cheap by any means, but the second feature is actually price and storage. Now, hear me out here for a second. The iPad Air 2 starts out at $499 for 16 gigs, which is the same as the previous version, but it starts at $599 for 64 gigs, which is double of what we had last year. So that's definitely an improvement. It's a good price, not exactly where I want it to be yet, but it's definitely better than the last generation. Now, the first feature, you guys may have already guessed it, it's of course Touch ID. So many people wanted Touch ID for an iPad ever since it came out for the 5S. We saw it on the 6 and the 6 Plus, and we were waiting for it to happen on the iPad, and now we have it on the Air 2. So it's pretty exciting, works with Apple Pay and any other features that use Touch ID, such as unlocking your iPad and using iTunes and whatnot. But it's finally here, now we have Touch ID, and that is the best feature on the iPad Air 2. Now, if I didn't mention a feature that you guys liked, leave it in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and for more tech coverage, as always, keep it locked to Zexpert.